The Last Boat. In a poor village on Egypt's northern coast, a young man, Adel, dreamed of traveling to Europe. Life had dealt him a tough hand. He had no steady job and no hope for a clear future. Each evening, over a cup of strong Egyptian coffee, he'd hear tales from young men who'd traveled by sea to the land of opportunity. They returned years later with luxury cars and a lot of money. Adel yearned for a piece of that action. Then one day, through a friend, he met a man named Hajj Faris. Now, this man was not your average Joe. Among the village's youth, he was known as the key to Europe. And apparently quite a lot of young men had already paid him a hefty sum to get them across the water. Adel found him in a dark place, far from the eyes of the police, and sat down in front of him. In a low voice, the man explained the plan. "It's guaranteed, my son," he said, flashing a gold tooth. "The boat is ready. And the trip will take 2 or 3 days at most. But you must pay 80,000 Egyptian pounds as a deposit. The rest will be paid when you arrive." Adel felt a mixture of excitement and fear, but mostly fear. But the dream of Europe was stronger than his apprehension. So he went out, sold his mother's gold and borrowed some money from relatives. With that, he managed to scrape together the 80,000 pounds and returned to Haggery's. On the appointed night, he found dozens of young men gathered in an abandoned warehouse near the port. There were children crying, women whispering fearfully, and the men tried to put on a brave face. Their faces were pale, reflecting the dim light of the oil lamp that illuminated the dilapidated wooden boat that awaited them in the darkness. It was too small to handle so many people. Anyone who voiced their concerns was met with angry glares. None of them wanted to be seen as a coward. The dream of Europe was stronger than their fear, and so that night, under the cover of darkness, they all boarded the tiny boat. At first, there was silence broken only by the waves. Each person was lost in their thoughts, hoping for the best. But after a few hours, the wind picked up, the waves rose, and the small engine sputtered and broke down every now and then. That's when they realized they had fallen victim to a major scam. The boat was not equipped as promised. One of the young men shouted, "We've been fooled. This won't last." Amid the chaos, someone spotted lights in the distance. Hope surged through the terrified passengers. Some thought it was a rescue ship, but unfortunately, it was not. As the patrol boat drew closer, the men saw the red cross on its side, a symbol they knew well from their childhood. It was an Italian Coast Guard patrol. Panic erupted. Some threw their identification papers into the sea, while others desperately tried to hide. But it was no use. All 60 people were arrested and sent back home, shackled with disappointment. As for Hajj Faris, he disappeared that same night, along with the millions he had amassed. Adel returned to his village broken, with no money or future. But the harsh lesson was learned: dreams cannot be bought from illusion merchants, because the only thing they sell is death or prison. And now he spends his days telling young men about his experience, trying to save them from making the same mistake he did. Have you liked the story? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more, subscribe to the channel to receive all the latest and most exciting stories. Peace.